I don't know about you, but every time I watch that intro, I feel like a superhero.
No doubt, man.
About 4 seconds.
I feel like that's like my walk-up music, right? Like that just gets me going.
I feel like I'm on WWE and I should rip my shirt off and wave it around, right? I mean, I wouldn't do that to anybody because then they would probably ban this for explicit, content. But
Well, happy Friday! It's another edition of a Lowdown, or as Ken Travis calls it, the LO down. But I digress.
Can we just take a moment to just honor our good buddy Ken, who keeps us on our toes and laughing every day? If you don't know Ken Travis, he's one of the owners and founders of Next Level. He's a coach, and he has a very distinctive style, is how I'd like to put it.
Hillbilly. That's described as hillbilly.
Yeah, that's it. Well, man, dude, we're here again. We made it through another week.
We did. So, guys, stick with us. We're going to cover a couple of topics here in the mortgage industry, as we always do on Fridays. And then at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about CMA, maybe something that you've heard recently, Barry Habib and his team, as well as Next Level, talking about. So we're going to talk about CMA and maybe even give you a little promo code that you can use to get a discount. So that'll cover that right at the end. But let's get into our first topic.
Nice little teaser there, Kellen, how you did that. You
it's called a cliffhanger.
Yeah, if you don't listen to these two dipshits talk for the next 5 minutes, you're not going to save money.
That's right. Amen.
So listen, lots happened in the mortgage space the last couple of weeks. Hell, in the last week. First thing I'm going to talk about is just a reminder for all you out there that 50 basis point pricing adjustment is now starting to hit our investor list. I know that we've now some companies preemptively added that in. Our company just let the investors roll it out, but I'm seeing that hitting our pricing. So just a reminder for you out there, if you use MBS Highway or Mortgage Coach to quote rates, make sure you're factoring that in and you're updating your quotes, because the last thing that top tier professionals want to do is come across with an inaccurate quote and look sleazy and like a car salesman. So just remember.
Yeah, and we've definitely started to see that on the 60-day locks, but you may see it even on your 45s, and some of you may start to see it on your 30s as well. So a great point just to keep an eyeball out for that.
Yeah, we were seeing it on our 60-day, and then even I think just yesterday, my team. So I have a couple production partners, and man, I've got this group of 3 gals that kind of really help me run my business, and they take every opportunity to cut me down. They cut me every time they can, and I was running pricing, and then they're like, Shane, your quotes are wrong. You're 50 basis points off on your quotes. And that's when we knew that 3 or 4 of ours were off on the 45 days. So that was just something that for me, I just saw hit yesterday.
Yeah, great point. Great point.
Well, okay, listen. Right now, it's a unique time in our country. We have all this fear of COVID 1.0 and now coming soon 2.0, coming to theaters soon, pandemic part 2. But we've seen housing numbers off the charts. And I mean, one of the things we saw here, Scotsman's guide talked about $620 billion in equity gained in Q2.
Wow.
So probably the most economically tumultuous time that we've seen since when? 2008?
Could be, yeah, for sure.
And really more uncertainty, actually, because it wasn't just an economic uncertainty, it was a health uncertainty, travel bans, everything. And yet, in spite of that, the good old US of A boosted equity significantly. And looking at another article here, really kind of along the same lines in Scotsman's Guide, home sales reached highest level since 2006. Guys, this is a huge reminder. And Kellen, I know that I'm guilty of this. We all get that refi drug.
Yep.
Right. We're like, man, this is easy. I had a client who called me and said, hey, what are we doing? It was 4.5% to 2.6. How much selling?
No brainer. It's fish in a barrel.
Yeah. How much effort do you need to put into that? Right. It's throwing a fishing hook out and just hooking the fish without any bait. Right.
Yep.
So I, like many others, being honest, I'm like, man, get it while getting's good. Now, I didn't stop loving on my agents.
Yeah.
But I also lost sight of my number one goal. And so now I'm trying to be all things to all people. I'm trying to love on my agents, do good on purchase, and do great on refis. And I firmly believe that right now, unless you've doubled your team, you can't be good at all things at all times.
Right.
And these numbers are a great reminder that agents are out there hustling. Homes are selling. Equity is high. People who are on the fence are now off the fence. If they were going to sell January through April, May, June, but didn't because of fear of the pandemic, now they're starting to settle back into routines and normality. and get ready to sell their home. So just a great reminder to be out there loving on your agents.
Well, that's a great point. And we've seen just even with our own production here, picking up a few agents, putting them on our bench who kind of got left behind. Their LOs drifted towards, refinances, and all of a sudden I can't get a hold of him. He doesn't return my call. He takes, 3 days to get back to me. And we know exactly what that is. So, if you're an LO out there and you're listening to this and you've got a healthy refinance business, but you also do a lot of purchases, man, now is the time to go out there, build that bench, add a few people add a few realtors to your referral partner bench and take something away from the competition. I think it can easily be done right now.
Well, let me give you all just a quick strategy. I call it the summer of love. And now it's the fall of love, right? Who are the people in our industry that get absolutely dumped on? Get kicked, that dog on the porch getting kicked every morning. I would say probably your title escrow attorneys. Well, the reality is that maybe there's other groups too, but those are a big one right now. They're getting kicked on every deal. They're overwhelmed. Now it's harder because their job is a lot of in person, and now they're juggling notaries. I mean, we have deals going to California, and a notary that would take a day to schedule is taking 3 days to schedule. Right. Not going to screw up your closing. Everybody's dumping them. What if you loved on these people? What if you spent $5 and you sent a Starbucks card with a yellow Post-it note saying, "I appreciate you. The industry is not easy, and we value our relationship with you," and you just loved on them. Yeah. And then out of the blue, you randomly called them. You said, "Hey, Kellen, man, it's been a while. You had a couple of transactions for me during the pandemic. Brother, sister, I really appreciate you just taking the time to walk my client through signing. If there's anything my team or I can ever do to help, we're purchase driven. We're focused on our partnerships with people like you. Would love to reconnect." If you do that, they're going to send you deals.
That's right.
I have one of my really good referral partners, actually a title rep, and because she sees everything, and she knows the agents that aren't getting love. So you take a title rep out to lunch, bring them lunch because they're busy. And they're like, there's this one agent that used to work with this guy or this gal, and it's been crickets lately. Now you pick up that agent relationship through the titles. That's an indirect attack. And those are some of the best strategies right now that are working like gangbusters.
Let me just kind of expand on that just a touch. Let's take it one more step out. I love that. I love the title partners. But, one of the things that we've seen some of the folks in our coaching group doing that's been really killer. And one of the things we do at Next Level is every, 3 or 4 months, we get everybody together in a mastermind. We share all these ideas, and it's kind of like an open book. You bring your best stuff, you share, you swap. You might take 1 or 2 ideas and head back. But a lot of our folks are, they're going to the fire station. They're going to the police station. Talk about people that are, not feeling a lot of love right now, and they're going in there building inroads. Hospital staff, they're overwhelmed, they're overworked. What a great time to just go by, drop something off, a whole bunch of stuff with some cards. I mean, these people will remember that. There's no doubt. So I love your strategy, Shane. I would you could take it one step further and hit a couple of these other people. Really, this all falls under a concept that we call being the mayor of your community, right? So when you're that person and you're out there and you're present and you're doing these things and then post it on social media, you're telling the community what you're doing. There's no shame in that. Tell them what you're doing. Show them what you're doing. Do a fundraiser. Do whatever you can to drive those eyeballs and that attention to you. And what will follow will be a wave of activity, loans, refinances. I mean, people who know they need to refinance are going to be like, man, I need a loan officer. Oh, you know what? I just saw this guy do this really cool thing with the hospital down the road. I'm going to reach out to him and his team. So we see a lot of that happening right now. So what a great opportunity to do that. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It can really drive some traffic. Yeah,
I absolutely love that. I mean, I think that the more you love, the easiest way to get referrals is just be nice to people.
That's it.
It's weird, right? So, and then guys, just another reminder. And again, this goes back to where I really fell short. Refis were so easy. I would have a client emailing me, "Hey Shane, we're at 4%, heard rates really good. What can you do?" So what do? I email them back. Then I have them send me their statement. Email back and forth. I do mortgage coach, build out a mortgage coach. I send that mortgage coach out. A lot of people do MBS highway reports, whatever. You do some specialty report, you send it out. You get it back. They apply online. Never talk to this person, right? And I'm cranking. The last couple of days, I stopped. I said, man, if I'm going to make $4,500, five grand a deal, I need to get on the damn phone and talk to these people and set better expectations up front. So what I've been doing is, and you can do this with any third-party system like an MBS Highway, a Mortgage Coach. Those are the two premier systems out there. I call them, I walk them through the program. I set expectations. Hey guys, it's going to be 45 plus days to close this thing. Here's the deal why. This is what you're going to be seeing. We're going to sprint, then we're going to pause several times as we get in line at different stages. I walk them through the numbers. It took me 15 minutes. I got another referral from each of those people for just taking 15 minutes. So the reminder for me was slow down. Like, get better business through the door so that when things don't go 30-day closings, these people aren't hammering you for questions because you've set it up in advance. And that's true. We've always had that example, but we get busy, we forget, we start to slam stuff out. I got to get everybody a yes today, and that's just not true. It's just another reminder.
Yeah, that's a great point. Well, we've been on here 11 minutes. I think it's time. Should we talk about a little CMA, Certified Mortgage Advisor action? Wow, so look at that banner just pop up. CMA is finally here. Hey, so you may have joined us on a webinar this week. We had 5, one every day. We literally had thousands and thousands of people register for the webinar and attend. It was overwhelming, frankly. We've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people sign up to become CMA. So if you missed it, then there's still a chance you can come in as a charter member. Head on over to becomecma.com. That's just the word becomecma.com. And you can use the promo code CMANLLO, and that will get you $500 off. So it's normally $19.97, takes it down to $14.97, plus you get a free ticket to a live event. So next year, the hope is we're going to start doing live events. We've got 4 or 5 locations scouted across the U.S., one near everybody, I'm sure. And so we're going to get you a ticket to a live event. So not only do you get the digital content now, but then you can also come see us live at a live event next year. So head on over, becomecma.com. There's tons of information on that site. There's a video that you can watch as well. Use the promo code CMANLLO and get that discount. And I tell you what, Shane, it's been incredible. We've been doing these webinars this week as we've been launching, and it's just so fun, man. We've seen, I'm not joking, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people have signed up. So listen, if you're listening to this and you're a loan officer, it's very possible one of your competitors may have already signed up to become a CMA.
You did that, didn't you? I see how
you did. Listen,
there. Yeah.
In fact, it's funny. I've already seen several people in my market who have signed up. So I'm on a high alert. But listen, it's true. Chances are somebody in your market's already signed up. Don't let them take that market share away from you. Get on and become part of the family here at CMA. It'll be a ton of fun.
Really clear. I need to cut you off there. This is not an offer that goes forever.
That's true.
Like, we're shutting this down. And the reason being is, quite frankly, if we're just being really transparent, we have seen so much early interest that we've already exceeded our goal for preseason signups.
Yep.
Right? And so the reality is that we're going to turn this thing off and we're going live in early October, which is like a week away. So what we're doing is, through the end of the month, correct me if I'm wrong, Kellen.
Yes.
We're hooking up fans of Next Level with $500 off. That goes away. We go full price in October. So
that's correct.
And guys, here's the reality. Like, I love the Frank Abagnale quote, who, when he was a doctor or a professor, they're like, how are you a professor? Like, I'm just one chapter ahead of my competition, which is the students, right? The reality is that, like, that's really half-ass in our business, to be one chapter ahead of your student. Why not be 50 chapters ahead? And you can be 50 chapters ahead by getting into a program like this with other like-minded people. Build that tribe of high-end thinkers in a really unique market, and it gets you ready for 2021. So I'm really excited about it. We spent hundreds of hours building this out, traveling, sacrificing time away from family, almost getting COVID multiple times to get this to you guys live in October. So I'm absolutely stoked about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ton of fun. I can't wait. It launches the week of October 5th. So if you sign up now, the week of October 5th, you'll get everything to get started. We keep having this comment come up. I just felt like it needed to be shown.
I feel like this is probably spam, or
it just looks. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there in Facebook land felt like they needed to say this, and so I just wanted to show that.
It's been a good program. Let's go ahead and shut her down. Hey guys, on behalf of myself, Kellen, everybody at Next Level, we know you're grinding. We know everybody's working harder than they've ever worked before. This is that gold rush. Those shoulders are going to be reflective in your paycheck. Work hard, do things the right way, find the right balance. When you want to get into a tribe of like-minded people, you know where to go. We're here for you. CMA, the deal will go away. I know how you procrastinate. I know what you're going to do. You're going to email Kellen on October 2nd asking for the code. He's going to tell you no, and then you're going to be grumpy. Don't do that. Sign up today. We guarantee we will give you more in value than we take in payment. We guarantee it. We'll see you on the other side. Have a blessed weekend. Take some time off with your families. Kellen, I miss you, bud.
Good to see you, Shane. Till next Friday.